Bethany here?
Yeah.
Can I have that one?
Thank you.
Yellow one's mine. Mine's a little big one. Oh, yeah, mine's mine. Maybe green one. That's the one. This one's
Okay, so next we have a clip of the author Richard Peck. So this is about 5 minutes, and right at the beginning he says something about what he thinks makes good young adult literature. So see if you can pick that out and think about that.
Richard Peck, what makes a novel for young readers?
A novel for young readers is one in which a young person solves his own problems, finds their own way. It isn't a story about how parents can facilitate. It's a story about how kids can. It's about forging that. We always write about Huckleberry Finn flying out for the territory, finding a wider world, and in my books, as far from the peer group as I can get. I don't have one idea ahead. I write each book as if it will be the last one, and one of them will. I know writers who say, oh, I've got 5 ideas, I just can't get to one. I have no ideas. There's nothing in my head at all.
That's very reassuring, thank goodness.
Nothing. But somebody, somewhere, is going to give me the nudge. I don't know how to plot. I don't read for plot. And I was an English major. We were trained to scorn plot.
You do a damn fine job, Richard Peck, for someone who doesn't know how to do it.
But we learn plot by reading other people's work,
Yes.
first of all. And then you begin to learn how you work. I don't outline, though that would certainly help pull me along, but it would cause me to overlook too many things the characters were saying. Because I'd say, no, you're not my outline. All novels, particularly for the, maybe all novels, are based upon an epiphany, especially young authors. At one point in the novel, you have to grow into a new stage in which you have a revelation you hadn't had before.
Yes.
The epiphany. And then in a story, you act upon it. We read to see how people survive. We read fiction to see how people survive in the full knowledge that in the long run we won't.
Which is why we keep reading.
Yes. Fiction is the only eternal life we can be sure. You that big gal, Mary Dowdle? That's me, Mrs. Dowdle said. You want you some chestnut dressing? When did you eat last? I don't know, Aunt Madge said. What day is it? And who's these 2 kids? Your grandkids? They might be, Mrs. Dowdle said. I'll have this boy stick some cods in your stove. Ain't me. I don't feel the cold, Aunt Madge said. I'm too old. What's that little gal doing? Ruth Ann. She's dishing up some of Wilhelmina Weidenbach's candied yams for you, but you won't like them. They're so sweet they'd set your teeth on edge. If you had any. Where is my teeth? Aunt Madge wondered, looking around. She spied Dad pouring a jar of gravy on the white meat. Who's that owl hoot? He's the preacher. Mrs. Dowdle bellowed at her. What's he here for? I brought him to preach your funeral in case you die before we get some eats in ya. Ruth Ann stared at that. Dad, too. I ain't dying today, Aunt Madge said. I'm waiting for Thanksgiving because they're going to bring me a dinner.
Leave us with one word that would summarize for you what you feel people who are involved in this field or aspiring to be involved in this field need to know.
What word?
One word.
Is it Nelson?
responsibility to your audience, to yourself, to the words, to the story?
To the story end.
Yeah, okay, so, can everybody just, I know we did this on Tuesday, but just kind of hold up your hand, like how you like the book, 1 being you didn't really like it, and 5 being you really liked it.
Richard has.
Okay, so, Rachel, can you share why it was just kind of in the middle?
Well, because last week, or Tuesday, we compared it to the other books we read,
Uh-huh.
and I thought the other books maybe had a little bit more depth, but I really did enjoy it. On its own, I would give it higher, but when comparing to the other books.
Okay. And Jordy, can you share why you didn't like it?
I just thought it was pretty boring, and the real plot line was the whole connection between Mary Alice and the grandma, and then little details were thrown in here and there, but it really just, it was boring and just didn't really care for it.
Okay, thanks. So, could everybody open up to their Purple Prose and turn to the person next to them, and for about 3 or 4 minutes, just kind of share which prompt you chose, why you chose it, and how your Purple Prose turned out.
Maybe someone you haven't talked to before, because we did this last week.